Let's cover all the Ford F-150 Lightning information you need to know. When can you order? Do you need a reservation? How do you convert your reservation to an order? When is that going to happen? How is that going to happen? And if you don't have a reservation, when will you ever get to order an F-150 Lightning? Well, I'm going to answer all that because I'm Johnny at Johnny's Car Care and Reviews, and my goal is to help out the car community as much as possible. Now, because there's so much subject matter, I do mostly stick to Ford, and I occasionally review a non-Ford vehicle, as I've had all sorts of vehicles, but I do have a lot of information to share in regards to Ford that is actually very helpful and must-know information. And lately with Ford, there's been a lot of, what could fit into my category of BS busters or don't be fooled. So here we go again. We'll be covering that today. So let's talk about Lightning Wave invitations, which is the whole process of converting your reservation into an order. And we will absolutely be talking about what a real order looks like to make sure that your order is properly put in so that you do get billed. And we will talk about if you are currently considering a Lightning because you find it interesting. Well, we'll talk about what you need to do and when you need to do it. So let's put the pedal to the metal and get started right up. Now, first of all, let's start with the most crucial piece of information. If you have a reservation, that means you reserved with Ford for $100 online. So let's leave the dealership out of this. If you ordered with Ford, a reservation, $100 online, well, that means you have an actual reservation. So some dealerships, you might have put down a deposit, they might have called it a reservation, but that's not a reservation with Ford. Right now, Ford is currently working on building people who have one of those original reservations through their website. And the process is going down in what we can call waves, meaning Ford is putting out invitations really to dealers to then contact their customers in the correct order. So you should either have already gotten or will be getting a call from your dealership to put in a reservation. And the deadline, the very latest you ever want to be doing that, is August 31st, 2023. So that's the first in red piece of information. Don't be fooled. You do absolutely need to be called, and you do need to convert your reservation into an order before August 31st, 2023. Now, there is time, and really where we're at in waves, so let's say we're at, wave 4 ordering, that means if you're within the first month or two of having put in a reservation from that original debut that we had of the Lightning, well, you should be getting a call from your dealer if you're within the first few months. Wave 1 was really for evening 1 individuals. And your reservation does need to get converted this year. Now and before August 31st, 2023, and do keep in mind that the Pro version is sold out for 2023. Now, it's never been available in Canada except for fleet. Government orders, huge corporations when they're ordering, and now, well, in the States, it's sold out. So do keep in mind that if you're sitting around waiting for a Pro version, that's not going to be available this year. Now, also in the States, it's only available for fleet orders. So if you're an entrepreneur, you might think, oh, well, I'm an entrepreneur, I have a business. That means I must be able to order, fleet. You can't. It requires a special code, and this is for huge corporations, governments, municipalities, towns, cities, and whatnot. So do keep that in mind. If you sit around and wait, saying, well, I'm going to wait until I can actually put my order in for a Pro version, well, it's not going to happen for 2023, and then your order will be canceled after August 31st, 2023. Your order is going to be canceled. And the advantage of having put in a reservation and the hope of getting one of these Lightnings, F-150 Lightnings, it is gone. Now, currently in the States, the XLT was sold out, but does look like it's going to be available for future waves. So, wave 4 or maybe wave 5. So if you have an XLT or you want an XLT, I should say, in your mind, your reservation, which is just a blank reservation for a Lightning, if you're looking for the XLT, it is possible, but do keep in mind the model that has the most probability of getting built is if you ask for a Lariat, either a Lariat, the standard range battery or the extended range battery, so code 510 or code 511. That is the bulk, the majority of Lightnings that will get built, and that'll increase your chances of getting a Lightning. And that's part of the reason why I went with the Lariat 511. I also like the moonroof because if I have to get rid of the Mustang to have this, I will certainly enjoy at least being able to open up the roof. I do appreciate having the upgraded sound system because our Ford F-150 Raptor has the Bang & Olufsen sound system, and that thing is the best sound system that we have ever had in any of our vehicles, and I've personally owned over 70 vehicles and have driven hundreds of models. So personally owned a little over 70 vehicles, and that is the best sound system. So I wanted that on my Lightning. And boy, can I tell you, no matter what Lightning you get, I have test driven one of these and they are insanely, it's hard to comprehend and describe how fast it is. It's a truck and it's blistering fast. And okay, so it's 0 to 100 or 100 kilometers an hour or 60 miles per hour time is 4 seconds. It feels like it's half of that. It feels twice as fast as my Mustang because of the instant torque. These things are incredible. And as waves progress, do keep in mind that the price could increase, because here I've got, a note directly from Ford saying future wave timing is subject to change, which currently it's roughly every 2 months there's a new wave. Available configurations, volume of invitations, and pricing may vary for each wave ordering period. Estimated delivery timing is subject to change due to supply chain constraints and that impact production. So when you get invited, that is when you're actually looking at what's going to be your price. If you get invited, because some dealerships might try to, take in put in a few extra orders in a wave, just in case other dealerships aren't correctly putting in these orders. But when it's officially your wave, meaning basically you're going to quickly, once it's your wave, truly your wave, you're going to get a confirmation that you're going to be getting built. And when you get that confirmation that you're going to be getting built, well, go look on the Build and Price website, because that is the price that you should be getting when you go to take possession. So with incoming waves, the price could increase. You will be affected by that price increase. Do keep that in mind, very important to know. Now, as we said, the Lariat is the version with the highest build percentage. But if you want a Lightning but don't have a reservation, well, we talked about August 31st, 2023 being when all unconverted reservations are going to get canceled, and a converted reservation that looks like your dealer asking for your driver's license, signing a build sheet that Ford knows that you realize, what the current pricing is, as well as a few other sheets just saying that, your order, the equipment could be, subject to change because of, all these supply chain constraints. So if you go ahead, if you're signing a whole bunch of paperwork and they ask for your driver's license, they ensure you've got the correct address on your driver's license and the address you provide them, and they make sure you have an email address, well, it looks like, my friend, you have been properly converted. Now, let's look at what else we need to know here. What we need to know is that if you currently don't have a reservation, the cutoff date for real reservation people is August 31st, 2023, meaning likely at the very end of the summer, so either a little before or just a little bit after August 31st, 2023, you can finally order or put in a reservation for a Lightning if you don't currently have a reservation. Now, some dealers, you might want to look for a dealer that will take a pre-order to start collecting people in a certain, order, of course, so that when reservations do open up to customers, we don't know. Will Ford just put out an internet reservation like the first time, or will they say go into your dealership and take care of this? Well, if it's go into your dealership and order up, well, what's interesting is if you're dealership has your pre-order in, they just need to call you up and say, do you still want your order? Let's go, we're gonna convert you and put it in the system. Unless it's a reservation system, in which case they can help you just put a reservation in as fast as possible. And the Lightning, I must say, is absolutely worth, there was a price increase. I'm affected by this price increase because I had people move ahead of me, and that was my choice. And I've been spoiled with Broncos, and I think it was the right thing to do. And I want to spend a little more time with my Bronco. I'm going to have the price increase, and in Canada it's almost $12,000 for a Lightning Lariat 511, and I still think it's really worth it because of the incredible handling due to the low center of gravity. The way this thing goes over bumps, it's unbelievably comfortable. Sound system's incredible. So cornering, sound system, the acceleration, the braking, these are incredible machines. They're fantastic. So I feel that the price is still well justified. I feel like it's an excellent product. Now, moving right along. Now, if your reservation is currently with a dealer, that looks like they're not going to be buying into the Model E dealership process, meaning they have to promise to sell at MSRP, they have to meet certain requirements, trained staff, trained mechanics, recharge stations, and a whole lot of investment, either 500,000 USD or 1.2 million USD. But if your dealership isn't converting to a Model E dealership, don't worry, you will still have your Lightning built. You'll still get a call from them. So for now, that's the information I have. You don't need to worry in regards to that. And really, let's go back talking about those waves. They get unlocked in blocks of roughly 2 months. And interestingly enough, 70% of the Lightnings are going to get scheduled in the last 4 months of production. So very interesting there. That means if you don't get a call in this month, next month, even if you haven't been called by January or February, because let's say your reservation went in more towards the end of when they cut off taking reservations, don't worry. You very well might be getting called more in June or July to convert your reservation to an order, where you might find out that the price is more expensive. But let's stick to the important thing to remember here. Don't worry if you don't get called up this month, because 70% of production is in the final 4 months, meaning 70% of the scheduling or the conversion from reservation to order is going to occur in the months prior to August 31st, 2023. Now, carrying on with good news, production volume is actually targeted to ramp up to a run rate of 150,000 units per year by the end of 2023. So Ford still looks like they're on a good wave, and it looks like they're planning for some success in really increasing the production of the Lightning, which was announced months and months ago. But we all wondered, is this really going to happen? As things unfold, are we going to get more bad news? And will we end up finding out that production is only going to sit at 50,000 and so many reservations don't get converted and built? But 150,000 by the end of 2023 so far, it looks like all reservations will be converted and built, unless you stick around the whole time saying, I want a Pro and I'm not going to compromise. Well, you're not going to get a Pro version. It's, you could say, sold out for the whole year unless you're putting in a fleet order. Now, each wave period, 2 to 3 months, and all F-150 Lightning reservation holders will be invited to order a 2023 model year vehicle. So that's more great news. That means everyone that put in a reservation before Ford cut off reservation, so a real reservation online where you gave $100, all of you are going to get to put in an order. So the majority of the remaining unconverted reservation holders will not be invited until summer 2023. So like I said, don't worry if you haven't been called yet, and don't even worry if you don't get called for the next 3, 4, 5, 6 months. Now, June, July 2023 production is limited to allow plant changeover period to increase capacity. So as I mentioned just earlier, it's at the end of the year, end of the 2023 model year, that they're putting production up to 150,000 per year. So they're going to be on track. That means they're going to be making, what is that, about 12,000 per month. So they're going to have to take a little pause in June and July, cut down production a little as they ramp things up. And for the final piece of news, 2024 model year F150 Lightning, that plans to begin, the production of that is planned to begin November 2023. So great news. By probably September or October, if you currently don't have a reservation, September, October, you'll be putting in either a reservation with Ford or an order at a dealer for your 2024 Lightning. So I wish you all well. I hope this information has been incredibly helpful. If you do like helpful information in regards to the automobile world with a specialty on Ford, please do hit that like button and do subscribe so you don't miss out. And if you really don't want to miss out, hit the little bell symbol, because then our videos will actually come in as a reminder on your, whatever device you use, tablet, phone, laptop, TV. In the meantime, I wish you all more cars and more power. And I do hope that if it's your thing, you get to put the pedal to the metal. Take care and have a great week. And I'll see you all on Tim Bart's show, which is Long MacArthur Ford. That's how you can find it on YouTube. I'll see you all there, because that is absolutely one of my top favorite YouTube shows, and really just one of my favorite shows, period. So see you all there. Take care.